What is up, everybody? It's your boy Doody back again with another video, and this time we're taking a look at our boy DSP's daily rap video during Mother's Day. That's right, it was a Mother's Day special stream day where our boy Phil decided to ignore the women in his life, mainly Linda Burnell and Catherine Burnell, and beg on stream. That's right, because when it comes to begging, there's no day offs. It doesn't matter whether it's Christmas, the apocalypse, World War III. It doesn't matter. Our boy Phil needs to log in and beg just to make sure he has enough money to pull those Hogans. And Mother's Day was no different. That's right. Our boy Phil ended up calling his mother on Saturday, probably collect, and probably talked about the trolls and Cat's medical problems, and then hung up to go pull some Hogans. But anyway, let's see what Phil had to say on the Daily Rap.
Then the late stream tonight was Call of Duty Black Ops 6. And FYI, Black Ops 6, I said to everyone, this is going to be the last Black Ops 6 stream for a bit. Reason being, number one, this week we have so many new releases coming out that we need to cover those more in depth. And number two, because I feel like, we've been playing it for a while, and it's fun to do the seasonal stuff and the different events, but I'd rather focus on other things, notably with a new fighting game coming out, with some updates to Street Fighter 6 coming out next month, with Doom going to be the new FPS to kind of take the reins for FPS action. We're going to give it a rest. Now, I'm not saying that we're done with Call of Duty, but it might be. We'll see how the rest of the year goes. For now, I'm just not hyper-focused on going back to it. I'd rather have it come back maybe as a filler or a surprise, but instead we're going to do other stuff, okay? So tonight was kind of the last hurrah for Call of Duty. The whole first half of the stream, I was dominating. I was using the LMG, and I was doing the daily objectives, which is 15 headshots, 3 kills with either stun or concussion or flashbang, and use like a bunch of score streaks. I was dominating the charts every single match. It was like 5-6 matches in a row. So then for the second half of the night, when we had done the dailies, I said, you know what? Let's switch to an SMG. So I did. I switched to the Uzi. I forget what it's called in this game. And I was kicking ass for like 2-3 games. All of a sudden, game kicks in, lag-based matchmaking. Because that's really what it is. It's not skill-based matchmaking. It's lag-based, where it gives you purposefully laggier matches. And every one then, I couldn't kill anyone. I would fill them with bullets. They would still insta-kill me. It was a nightmare. It was like 25 minutes of this. Finally, at the end, I said, I'm just going to switch to the LMG then if they're going to really screw me. And then guess what? Complete and utter domination with the LMG, completely destroying everyone, kicking ass, crazy streaks again, domination, top of the leaderboard. So overall tonight, besides the 20 minutes of really awful connections, I just kicked ass. Every match with a good connection, I did well. All right?
All right, I'm going to stop there and, of course, call cap because, no, you didn't dominate, Phil. I put a 15-minute video out that showed your gameplay, and every other, literally you were dying nonstop in the game. You must have died at least 1,000 times, and you weren't first on the leaderboard. If you want to go check out that video, I'm going to attach it to this video at the end. You can check it out, and I try to make it a point to highlight the leaderboards whenever Phil decides to take a look at them. And he's rarely ever up top. He's usually in the middle or towards the bottom. So, Phil, you suck at gaming, especially FPS. The other thing, of course, that it's official, folks. Another wage quit. Another one, that's right. What's this, Phil? Number 98, 99 gameplay or event or project that you wage quit this fucking year, bro? Good lord, man. I'm pretty surprised you still lasted at Call of Duty, but the reason why you're still playing Call of Duty Black Ops 6 is because you got nothing else to play. You've wage quit so many other games and events that it's not even fun. Seriously, I lost count. At the end of the year, when we do a recap of 2025, like the top 10 wage quits of 2025, I'm going to have to make the playlist like a top 20 because he's quit so many things. Good lord. And we're only in May. Matter of fact, we're at the beginning of May. We still got another 7-8 months to go. Well, yeah, 7 months to go, Phil. Can you imagine how many more games and projects this loser's going to wage quit? And why? Well, one, he sucks. But the main reason is money. Money. Now, again, Phil, you're trying to say here, oh, this was the last hurrah. I talked about that. This was going to be the last playthrough for a long... No, you didn't, Phil. You did like you always did. You said, let's see if there's support for this stream, we'll continue playing it. You preface it with money, just like you do every playthrough, just like you do every single project almost every day. It doesn't matter the game. It doesn't matter the event. If you get low support and you feel like, oh my God, it's over, the whales are no longer going to come and drop money for this game, then you're going to wage quit it. And that's what you're doing here with Call of Duty Black Ops 6. You've realized, all right, This is what, the second stream where you got low support of Black Ops, and now you sent it to ban world. Good God, Phil. How can that's like, I know Phil likes to use a sandwich shop analogy. So if you're watching this, I'm going to use a sandwich shop analogy, right? That's like owning a sandwich shop, right? And then you have your menu, right? You have your menu up and you have, let's say, 5 items that you specialize in, right? But for some reason, 4 of them aren't just selling, and you've only been in business for a week or two. That's like deciding every 2 weeks you're going to scrap your menu and create a new menu because you're just not getting a support. No, you don't do that, Phil. You don't do that. You check out the ingredients. Maybe you put fresher ingredients. Maybe you add a little something to the recipe to make it taste better. Maybe it's too much. It's too pricey, or you lower the price, or you run a special, or you do something. You don't just wipe out the. You don't wipe out your menu in totality and just in total and just wait. You just wait. You wait it out. You make some minor changes and you wait it out a bit because it might just pick up. Now, if it doesn't pick up, fine. Then maybe you might want to look at your menu and change it up, Phil. But come on, bro. You can't be going game by game, stream by stream. If I don't get support this time, even though I got great support the last 5 or 6 times I played this game, then I'm gonna wage quit it, bro. That's crazy, man. And the other thing too is, what about the people that actually like these games, that support these games? There are dents that actually like certain games that come out just to support those games. And because you didn't hit this arbitrary goal of 150, you're gonna then just quit it, bro. That sucks, man. I know if I was someone supporting a player or a content creator that did that shit, I'd be like, yeah, this person doesn't deserve my support. I'm gonna move on to someone who's more consistent, who's not so concerned about money, who's not so concerned about hitting the goal every stream. Again, Phil, what happened to this whole, we're going to change up the den streak because it was, so we don't have that much pressure on us. So your dens don't have that much pressure having to support every single stream. Bro, the dens have more pressure now to hit the goal every single stream than before because Phil just doesn't let up. He does not let up. And he's now resulted to insulting people, to just banning people. Someone yesterday on the Call of Duty stream said, "Bro, why can't you just play the game and stop badgering us? Like, stop badgering us for money on every stream." And what did Phil do? Phil said no, and he banned him. The guy ate a ban, and the guy wasn't being a troll or anything. He was just tired of getting nonstop getting Phil begging. And he was like, bro, you take 15 to 20 minutes to start your fucking gameplay up because you have to do your unrecorded beg segment. And then while you're playing the game, every moment you get, you're just begging for money. You're not interacting with your chat. You're not doing anything. All you're doing is just sitting there saying, okay, guys, I'm playing the game. I'm here. Please drop your paycheck on me. Come on, folks. We have to hit this goal. And that's tiring, bro. That's super tiring. That's why you stream to like 140 people. Last night he had 140 people on that stream. That's pathetic, bro. That's numbers that someone that has maybe 2,000 subs on their channel and they're live streaming. That's the kind of numbers they would get. And you, Phil, you've been doing this for 17 years, 216,000 subs, the fappening, known all over the world for your indiscretions and your greed. And you can only muster 140 people to watch your content. I think it's time for you to find a new job, Phil. So let's keep going.
We did not hit the support goal tonight. I'm not going to sit here and whine and complain about it because we had a really good first stream. And overall, we've now been playing Call of Duty. Count the months. October, November, December, January, February, March, April, and now 7.5 months. Yeah. I know a lot of people don't realize this. We've been playing Black Ops 6 7.5 months. First, we played it with that Elite 2 controller for a few months. Then I started playing on mouse and keyboard in January. Let me tell you, even though I'm not in love with modern Call of Duty, it was very refreshing being able to play a competitive FPS on mouse and keyboard. I was able to snipe, which I haven't done in many, many years. I was able to snap to enemies as they were running by me. It felt so good to be able to try to hang again, and I did so much better playing on mouse and keyboard that I know I'm going to want to continue to do so whenever I play any kind of a first-person shooter moving forward, okay? So overall, thank you for awesome 7.5 months of gameplay fun, all the support you guys gave me during those months. I'm not upset we didn't hit the goal tonight at all, and I'm very much looking forward to more Call of Duty when it comes out later this year, and we may still go back to this one at some point, all right? Cool. So we didn't hit the goal. We're at 58 out of 60. 2 more goals to hit, and then it's DSP tries it, Wingstop. Will we hit it tomorrow? Maybe. And if we do, then we'll do the reward on Tuesday. If we hit two goals on tomorrow's first stream, which is the Level 1 podcast and Blueprints, then we will do DSP Tries It tomorrow. But that's a big ask, especially for a Blueprints stream. I'm really struggling to believe that we're going to get $300 to support on a Blueprint stream. Not saying it's never happened or we won't happen. I'm just saying it's very unlikely. So tomorrow, chill podcast in the morning. We'll talk about how gameplay and stuff went today and if there's any game news to discuss.
God. Phil, give it a break, bro. Everyone understands. Everyone knows the goals. Everyone knows how that works. Everyone knows that, it's a difficult ask for hitting $300 on a blueprint. Everyone knows, Phil. Why do you have to continuously regurgitate the same thing? Especially after you say it 1,000 times. Bro, I mean, you can tune into Raw Phil stream, which is a segment of about 5 hours of his stream, right? And you could just randomly click anywhere in that video. And I guarantee you, 9 out of 10 times, you're going to hear him talking about money, support, goals, can we get momentum? You're going to hear those phrases any single time. I mean, I can randomly just go close my eyes, pick a segment in that video, and I'm sure he's going to mention one of those things. And yeah, there's no stopping it. There's no stopping it. He's going to keep at it because a couple things. I really believe that something financially is going on with him. And I've talked about this before. I think it's taxes. I think he owes a significant amount of taxes, which he didn't pay come April 15th. He probably filed an extension, and he's trying to come up with that cash to make that payment. It could be divorce, Doody's team divorce all the way. It could be now that Phil is trying to support two households, maybe paying rent for Cat or whatever. Something significant is going on here where it's causing this man to be a worse e-beggar than he's ever been. I mean, I can't think of a worse time. Even during the bankruptcy, during the tax, issue, the Save the House marathons, he's begging more now than he was back then. And that's saying something. That's saying something because if you remember those days, it was just, I mean, if he could pull a gun out and rob you, he would. That's how desperate he was for cash. And now he's supposed to be in a better position in his life. He got the bankruptcy. He got God knows how many hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt wiped out thanks to the U.S. taxpayer. And he's still, acting as if that never happened. So something is telling me that something very wrong is going on with Phil, and we'll eventually hear about it. Trust me, because he's going to come to a point, probably this year, where he's not going to be able to hide it anymore, and of course he's going to have to reach out to his whales and ask for support. And by the way, the other thing too is marathons are back. Non-goal marathons are back. That's another thing. I posted a video yesterday where he said, oh, by the way, the next marathon is not going to be contingent on whether we hit 100 goals. I'm going to probably do it before that. And then Doody called it. Doody said, look, yep, there it is. He's going to start doing marathons multiple times a month. It doesn't matter whether they hit a goal or not. Because we all know that Phil gets more money during these marathons than a regular stream. So expect multiple marathons occurring every month. We'll probably get one towards the end of May, early June. Probably June. He's not going to do two. And then we might get one at the end of June. And then we're going to get one for the 4th of July. And watch. Just watch and see. And he's going to be devastated if he doesn't get the money he thinks he deserves. Which is, of course, that high watermark of $2,000 that he got for his birthday. You saw how he acted and treated people when he only got a measly $500 during his last marathon. If the next marathon occurs and he only gets $500, there's going to be hell to pay. Seriously. He may explode and start just, threatening people. Threatening people with bodily harm or whatever. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll be streaming today at 10:30. Come check it out. It should be a lot of fun. Peace out.